Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 1 in a series between Moon and Yaws. First thing you guys will probably recognize is I am not casting this in full widescreen. Apparently they decided to play this game on the official Battle.net servers with WarCraft 3 arena maps, making it very confusing that you have the observer board, but you are not playing it in the full widescreen version of the game. Why did they decide to do that? I have absolutely no idea. But we'll go ahead and get this game underway. Moon spawning as the 5th race. Moon controlling Night Elf on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, over here, Yaws spawning as the Yellow Human. This is going to be Echo Isle game number 1 in this series, taken from day 2 of the TWI Invitational. These should be some very interesting games, as I have not gotten to cast a Moon game in quite some time. Down across over here, you see the Ancient of War currently upgrading or being built, as we should be seeing an Archer come out here in just a moment. Now, one of the things I will say very quickly, I am still waiting to get set up on the different versions of WarCraft 3. There's 1.26, 1.27, WarCraft 3 Arena, NetEase, multiple ways to play this wonderful game, and I really wish Blizzard would just wrap up the current WarCraft 3 into the current Battle.net system, making it easier for maps to be downloaded, for replays to be played and cast, and all of that wonderful goodness. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down here, as the Demon Hunter will be popping out here in just a moment, and he'll be going up against this Archmage. No big surprise, and I do apologize for the lack of widescreen, but I'm sure some of you guys out there, you originalists out there, are enjoying this 4:3 aspect ratio. Now, you can see the Renegade Wizard is going to be coming in with the Lightning Shield, but the Archer already getting into position here, dealing damage to only this Kobold Geomancer right now. Not quite sure why it's not standing next to that Renegade Wizard. The Renegade Wizard is actually the one that has the most amount of hit points. It is going to end up falling here very quickly, and it looks as though the Demon Hunter did not get that final kill off on one of those kobolds. It looked like perhaps the Ancient of War could have gotten that final shot off there, as we do see a Forest Troll Shadow Priest now being picked up by Moon. That Forest Troll Shadow Priest will be incredibly important in the matchup because of that Abolish Magic, as Yaws quickly heads over to the bottom right side of the map and is going to be setting up most likely an Arcane Tower, followed by a Town Hall. Very important to set up that Arcane Tower early on, as you want to make sure that that Arcane Tower can fend off against any sort of harassment. And also the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, if it gets anywhere within range, will end up taking a significant bit of damage. But Yaws opting to be a little bit more gutsy here and go for that Town Hall first. Yes, the Town Hall first will pay for itself significantly faster, since you are going to be able to start mining that much more quickly, but it is a little bit more risky, as we see a Water Elemental just dissipate right there. Demon Hunter with double claws of attack, +6 and +9, dealing +15 damage per attack right now, a minimum from 25 to 40. That is going to be about, what is that, 40% increase in damage, maybe 33? A little bit more than 33. Yeah, about 40% increase in base damage, as Yaws now finishes up this Town Hall. This Town Hall will need some defense here in just a moment, as the Archmage is still sitting at level 1, not yet at level 2, as you see the Ancient of War here getting in some free shots and some free damage as well. Water Elementals of Yaws have been dropped, but they don't even have significant damage taken on them, and that means that Yaws was not maintaining his mana very well. Also, the fact that he does not have level 2 means that he is going to be that much worse for wear, as you see the Demon Hunter now finally going after these rather easy targets. Alright, it looks as though Moon is going to be able to take down this Scout Tower without much of an issue. Going to go ahead and try to finish off some of these peasants here. As you can see, the peasants, one, there goes another, as the footmen are now joining in on the fight. Demon Hunter, however, gets to level 3, and with Boots of Speed and now Mana Burn, 68 mana lost in an instant, as the Archmage will not have any Water Elemental support for quite some time. That Archmage is pretty much right now a glorified rifleman. Slightly okay damage, is a ranged attacker, but without any real mana, he cannot summon in those Water Elementals. The Archmage still ready to go off over here. Arcane Tower is being upgraded. You can see a Tree of Life is being set down by Moon. Moon has been known to set up a lot of expansions on old but goody maps such as Twisted Meadows. Wow, I can't remember the last time I cast a game on Twisted Meadows, as the Demon Hunter now heads back off to the north. Archmage down to 43 mana right now, and I guess that's actually a little bit of a good situation that the Demon Hunter cannot mana burn that much damage off of that Archmage. If the Archmage did in fact have Brilliance Aura, the Archmage would actually be lower on health, as the Demon Hunter would be able to easily trade 50 mana for 100 mana and, well, I believe 70 hit points every time that Archmage did get back up to 100. You can see those Arcane Towers of Yaws are now being constructed, and as I said earlier, Yaws setting up the Town Hall before setting up those Arcane Towers, that may have actually did him in there, as we are now looking at a Naga Sea Witch. I do believe a Panda would have been the better call here, as the Naga Sea Witch is better at picking off units in open field, as we are now going to see the Guard Towers taking a fair bit of damage. Yes, the Naga Sea Witch does have one slight benefit in that it will be able to finish off this Archmage. Archmage down to 63 hit points, 34, and we still see more attacking still coming into play here. More units are now being forced to retreat again. That Arcane Tower is, or that Guard Tower is trying to get repaired back up, but that is simply not going to be happening. Naga Sea Witch now trying to retreat again, as the Demon Hunter is now in a lot of trouble. All right, there goes a little bit more units there. Demon Hunter currently surrounded by footmen and peasants. There goes one peasant. There goes another. Scroll of Town Portal finally being used, as the Archmage, well, is finally back here. Archmage sitting at level 1, not even at level 2, doesn't have anywhere the right amount of mana, as we're looking at, well, one footman getting taken out right there. Naga Sea Witch about halfway to level 2. Demon Hunter big on damage, as the Demon Hunter does still have those claws of attack +6 and +9. The reason why they are not transferred to that Naga Sea Witch is because that Naga Sea Witch has a slightly slower attack than that Demon Hunter. +6 and +9 damage on the Demon Hunter actually translates a little bit better, even though it does not have that all-important range. All right, Archmage down to 106 hit points. Is it going to end up getting caught? Footmen are all in position here. Naga Sea Witch nowhere to be found. Ancient of Wonders is being constructed, and the units are now rushing back off over here. All right, Ancient of Wonders, they're going to stop and slow down to try and disrupt that. Is that going to give time for the Naga Sea Witch to get into position? No, Naga Sea Witch did not actually wander back around in order to get ahead of that Archmage. I am surprised by that, as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest is going to have a very bad day here. All right, Demon Hunter looking to do a little bit more damage. Naga Sea Witches are still running around, as the expansion for Yaws is finally up and running. And we now see the Demon Hunter going after some of these footmen. One footman does get taken down. More footmen in a bit of a run here, as the Forest Troll Berserker and Forest Troll Shadow Priests are bringing up the rear. Yaws is in serious trouble. We are now 8 minutes into this game, 8 minutes 30 seconds into this game, and our primary hero is still sitting at level 1. Hasn't been able to creep out a single creep camp for quite some time. I'm surprised we just didn't see a call to arms on these militia to clear out this creep camp here and get that large amount, or that all-important 20 some odd experience, and get that Brilliance Aura. If he doesn't want Brilliance Aura as some sort of crazy anti-tech strategy to not get mana burned, well, hats off to him, but without a lot of water elementals, I cannot imagine him being able to defend against those earlier pushes without suffering a lot of casualties. Naga Sea Witch does have a scroll of healing. It looks as though it's going to be picking up a potion of lesser invulnerability as well. Demon Hunter sitting at 518 some odd hit points, as we're now looking at the Forest Troll Shadow Priests and the Dryads slowly picking off some of these footmen. Damage over time. Those footmen are taking damage over time now. Blacksmith, on the other hand, off over here, gonna get picked apart rather quickly, and that means no mortar teams and no workshops. No riflemen either, as the footmen are now trying to go after all of these medium armor units, and that is actually going to work out fairly well, but the Demon Hunter in that front location still dealing a fair bit of damage, finishing off more and more of those footmen as they retreat. 34 over 54 compared to 49 over 50. Moon is just having a field day with this game, banking about a minute's worth of gold in the bank, ready to spend it on whatever suits his fancy if he does end up heading over to the Goblin Merchant or the Marketplace. Mercenary camps could be used as well. You can see upgrades 50 over 50 right now. Moon has been spending his gold. We'll see where that is what is that gonna translate into a little bit later, as we're looking at the Naga Sea Witch looking to perhaps clear out this creep camp just for a little bit more gold and level 3. Meanwhile, Archmage is coming inside here, level 2. Demon Hunter could easily get some mana burns, trying to fend or fight back this attack here, as a couple of Moonwells may get destroyed while they are under construction. We are still sitting at 50 over 50 supply, so Moon will be able to train up more units. And when the time does come, as more Moonwells are constantly getting shut down, what's going to hurt more is the Nightfall is going to be lost. Dryads quickly come across, finish off that abolished magic water elemental, and it looks like that last Moonwell will end up finishing at, well, 78 hit points. It does need to be repaired, though. It is rather low. We are going to be hitting Nightfall here in just a moment. We are still at Daybreak, hence no additional mana as we now head back off to the north. Demon Hunter at 4, Naga Sea Witch will get to 3, Archmage still sitting at 2, and we do see a little bit of anti-Dryad tech with those Scrolls of Protection. If the Scroll of Protection is used, it will in fact drain up a lot of the mana from those Dryads if they still have Abolish Magic on auto cast. Once you see all of those Dryads abolish magic, all of that Scroll of Protection, you know it is once again safe to drop down a Water Elemental to start picking off those Dryads there. However, Moon, I'm sure, knows not to leave auto cast on and to manually cast as the time comes, as we now see Ogre Warriors and Ogre Maulers getting taken down. All right, we can see Ogre Magi, 150 hit points, 1 slice mana burn, taken down in a moment's notice, as we have Potion of Greater Mana as well. Sentry Ward quickly revealed with a Dust of Appearance, as the Archmage somehow had a bit of spider sense, knowing that he was currently being watched. Back to the north here, Archmage looking to clear off this Renegade Wizard creep camp still, as Yaws is just, I believe, sitting on his hands waiting for an engagement to happen in a favorable location such as his base. Will it matter, though, as the Dryads may be able to finish off some of these Spellbreakers as they are caught in transit? There you go. A Spellbreaker is taking a lot of damage. Slow Poison, Lightning Shield now coming in as well. There goes one Spellbreaker. More damage coming in. Slow across multiple units. Mountain King now being forced to retreat, as the Mountain King may try and get a Stormbolt off here. Demon Hunter. Oh, Stormbolt does come off across. He does get level 2 with the steel, but the items... Ring of Protection. Oh, why didn't he give it to... Oh, wow. Both of them are maxed out on items. One Scroll of Healing should be given to that Demon Hunter, though, so they are, in fact, on separate cooldowns. Another Rifleman caught in transit. And Demon Hunter and Moon just playing this very, very smart, knowing that all you need to do is intercept units and take them down in order to slowly build up an even larger lead. 68 over 84 compared to 74 over 80. Moon has the hero advantage, even in terms of economics, but will that matter very much, as we now see a Spellbreaker rushing on inside? Will it be able to get to the very back? Yes, it will, as the Demon Hunter now hangs off back over here. There goes, yes, one Spellbreaker once more. Riflemen are going to be forced to try and retreat again as well, as where is the rest of the army here? Stormbolt onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter comes off cross with a mana burn and finishes off one priest. Demon Hunter, however, may need a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability in order to stay alive. He did not use it, giving the level 3 to the Archmage, and that is going to be a huge deal. Level 4 on the Demon Hunter. He was in fact taken down. Mountain King currently low on mana. Are we going to see the Demon Hunter resurrected? Yes, we are. Naga Sea Witch is right there. Are we going to see anything else come across, as the bears are now trying to retreat back? Naga Sea Witch may actually consider gonna Staff of Teleportation home. Stormbolted again. Potion of Invulnerability needs to be used at some point, as the Mountain King with Brilliance Aura was able to get the Stormbolt off in time and shut down that Demon Hunter. All right, Demon Hunter, is he going to be able to do very much? A potion of healing. No, no potion of healing. You need to see a rejuvenation and some sort of mana added here. And it looks like Yaws is going to be able to flip the script. That sudden bit of experience and morale boost as Yaws able to take down the Demon Hunter, and that was a fair amount of gold lost. Chimeras are out on the field. They do have, well, a roar now, and this could potentially be very bad. Dryads now ready to push across here. Bears are in position. You can see the Chimeras completely switching things around, and the Chimeras completely tearing things apart here. Are they going to be able to finish off these units in time? They probably wish they were dealing siege damage to these sorceresses. Only deal siege damage to to the buildings, as the scout towers are now getting destroyed. All right, there is the GG. Yaws losing game number 1 in the series. Moon taking it, even though he did lose his Demon Hunter. Perhaps it was just buying time for his precious Chimeras. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.